Now continue our continuing coverage of the 2012 presidential debate, live from Provo, Utah.
Welcome back. When we left, the candidates were discussing the United States automobile industry in relation to the world economy. Moving forward to another topic that is near and dear to the hearts of American citizens, I'd like to talk about the increasing use of the drug Gjenkem among Americans. Many users call it by its street names: chocolate handshake, glove buzz, and jank. But the CDC is calling it arguably the most dangerous drug to hit the streets in more than a century. We'll begin with Governor Romney. Governor, if you become president, how do you plan on solving the Gjenkem crisis?
Well, Susan, let me start by saying this is a problem that strikes very near and dear to my heart. 3 weeks ago, I stopped off in Possum Knuckle, Mississippi, for a slice of cherry pie, and I met Jed and Nancy Douglas. Now, Jed and Nancy had a son, Benji. Benji was a straight-A student and a member of the local Boy Scout troop. Then he discovered Gjenkem, and he was never the same. Listening to that couple recount the tragic events of their son's short life, it really made me realize that Gjenkem needs to be eliminated by any means possible. Excuse the pun. This drug is powerful, dangerous, and very addictive. I would organize a Gjenkem task force and create 50,000 new jobs for Gjenkem sniffing dogs. We would track down Gjenkem users and isolate them somewhere.
Could you be more specific, please, Governor Romney? Where would you isolate them?
Susan, the answer to that question is really too complicated to get into right now. But several studies have shown that isolation on a certain deserted island or some Siberian forest prison is probably among the best 15 or 16 ideas we have right now.
If I could.
Go ahead, Mr. President.
Susan, this is probably the only topic Governor Romney and I agree upon. Gjenkem isn't a problem. It is an apocalyptic dilemma. All humans create fecal matter, and all humans breathe. It was just a matter of time before cartel kingpins like Papa Poopy would find a cheap way to combine the two. But here's where the governor and I disagree. Gjenkem users don't need to be rounded up and shipped off. They simply need to be rehabilitated through government-funded educational programs. Basically, the plan is to offer vouchers for Gjenkem users to attend classes at local YMCAs and community colleges. Hopefully, we'll be able to force these people to realize how disgusting their habits are. We don't need to hire Gjenkem sniffing dogs. You can tell a Gjenkem user by their breath and by the euphoric, glazed look in their eyes.
Thank you, President Obama. It's now time to field questions from the audience. The questions were submitted prior to the debate, and each candidate got to choose a question for his opponent to answer. We'll start with the question for Governor Romney. It comes to us from Gladys Johnson of Salt Lake City. Ms. Johnson.
Yes. Governor Romney, there are several parks in beautiful Salt Lake City. These parks are for children and families. Lately, however, the porta potties that service these parks seem to be very popular with Gjenkem users. Is there a connection? And if so, what do you plan on doing about it?
Thank you for the question, Gladys. I'd be happy to address that. Now, some of what I know is still considered classified, but we've been aware for quite some time that Papa Poopy has been using these portable toilets as free Gjenkem-producing factories. His hoodlums collect the Gjenkem daily and sell it at low prices to users. It's a disgusting cycle. Congressman Ryan and I plan on eliminating all public porta potties from parks across the United States. There's no other answer.
But, Governor, surely you can't expect people to...
There's no other answer.
Thank you, Governor Romney. Our next question is for President Obama, and it comes to us from Lenny Patterson of Mesa Cruz, New Mexico. Mr. Patterson.
What's your doo-doo like?
Excuse me, sir?
Your doo-doo, Mr. President. What's your doo-doo like? Can I try some of your Jenkem? I need to know what it smells like. I need a handshake. I need it now.
Security! Security! One of them got through! Security! Oh, sweet Jesus!
Mr. President, save yourself! Oh my God! Oh my God! Ah! Jake! Ow! 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 Ah! Gotta give me some Jake! Give me the handshake. Gotta give me some Jake! Give me the handshake.
Golf Juliet. We have reports of shots fired in Provo, Utah. JENKEM users have infiltrated the debate center. Please advise, use all precautionary force.